Oh my god. Are you guys ready for the epic Trove endgame? Actually, you know what? I gotta turn off some of these error mods. Excuse me? Open Trove tools. Screw you, Windows. Okay, let's see. Also, hello VOD gamers, because I'm sure notifications aren't gonna go out because YouTube. I don't need mana beast waypoints, and I don't need the crystallized mana waypoints. There we go. Let's also head to the hub and grab the karma. Hey Mystery, hey G-Man. How you guys doing? I'm hoping to do quite a few streams tonight, but no surprise, I've been feeling under the weather. Grab this crap. So essentially what we're doing now is we need positive karma to craft all these other stupid things. I'm surprised, I thought I had enough negative karma to last a lifetime. But there's like a stupid ally here and there, wings, whatever else. There's these allies, you know. I like that mount. I don't know what I want to necessarily craft, if I even bother. Actually, I shouldn't be going to Forbidden Spires. Forbidden Spires is good because you can like kill enemies along the way, but I want to go to Cursed. Hey, Bobby. Hey, JJ. Ugh. Don't think I need bombs on my hotbar, so I'm not gonna do it. But welcome to the epic end game, where we have to go and press E on thousands of little weeds. Like if this was for Earth Day or something, okay, cool, but it's not. Actually, even then, that'd be really lame. Yeah, I'm hoping to have a shorter video soon to kind of talk about like what's been going on with my upload schedule, because it's been all over the place. And more particularly with the Trove stuff. Short answer for you guys is, I don't know, just haven't really felt super inspired. Most of all just on creating content, because it's like all I can really do at this point is just recreate content. And as much as that new Trove update is coming, I mean, I could care less until it's actually released and whether it's good or not. Because you never know. But apparently, unfortunately, I think Joe was saying that apparently like one of the devs quit recently again, so the staff got even smaller. I don't really know why Game Ago won't invest more into Trove's dev team. Kind of sucks. But I'm still looking forward to the new update. I do hope it's a gear update, because it kind of seems like it's what it's aiming for, but I don't know. Also, hey XJ, haven't played Trove in a minute. Yes, me too. It's been a few minutes. But yeah, we're multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube. As usual. Ugh. And doing the most epic endgame you've ever seen. Yeah, I'm surprised notifications aren't going out for more people though. Weird. It's probably stupid YouTube, like, oh, the last few videos you've been posting haven't gotten as much retention, so we're not gonna push any of your videos. Thank you, YouTube algorithm. You're so good. I love you. Which I'm hoping to, side note, I'm hoping to finally beat Final Fantasy tonight. I hope. But at the same time, I know that I probably got like 4 or 5 hours left on that sucker. Whoop. The thing is, I'm sure you guys already saw my shorter video that showed the new crafting table. I'm still wondering, so one thing that I didn't point out in that video that I noticed, maybe I'm reading too deep into it, but the new crafting table basically showed like a bunch of smithing tables and junk like that, right? So it kind of implies to me that it's related to gear. And then I also noticed that on top of one of the crafting tables looked like a pearl of wisdom, but it was green. So maybe I'm reading too deep into it, or maybe it is going to end up being that gear overhaul that we've been waiting on. Because I don't think, surely it's not just going to be Crystal 5, right? That would be terrible. It'd be so sad if that's all it was, man. But there was like one of the devs said like, I don't think we said this was gonna be a big update, and it's like, well, yeah, you guys did. It was just months ago, so you forgot, but the players didn't. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I was kind of hoping that we would have got the test server up today, but maybe it'll be this week, maybe later in the week. I don't know, hopefully. Also, hey Swift, did the update hit? No, of course not. If it hit, I would be talking about it. Like, you'd see all the videos and whatever else, and then I would actually have something to do on Trove other than wander around and collect weeds. But also, hello. Yeah, I hope it's a good one. I genuinely do. There was another side note, nobody cares, but there was a VR game that I was waiting for a few years that actually just released the other day called Hearthstone, I think. I was trying to get a video out for it today, but I'll get it out tomorrow. And unfortunately, it was really disappointing, as is with most VR games. But it's got good bones. But I don't know, maybe just in terms of like early access as a whole, for me, like when reviews say this game has potential, like that doesn't mean anything to me, because more often than not, you see like these indie games that never reach that potential. I don't know, maybe it's a very negative mindset, but it's kind of like the same with Trove. It's like, you know, it's not that I'm like, it's not that I'm expecting the worst from the new update. It's just I'm not expecting anything good. And then that way, like when it comes out, I can hopefully be proven wrong and it's actually like exciting. I don't know. It's like a weird, like expect the worst to get the best. I don't even know if that makes sense, but anyway. You already hear it in my voice, I'm sure, that I'm not 100%. Remember the glitch to put pearls on crystal rings? What if we'll be able to do that now? Oh no. They take that and then turn it into a feature and then call it a day? Oh, that would suck, dude. That would be so lame. They're like, oh, well, players are doing it, so it's what they want, right? Oh, man. That would suck so much. But I don't know. I mean, again, like, I hope it's something more meaningful. I'm not expecting it to be like some game-changing thing, but at the same time, it's like, We gotta start having some good updates for Trove, bro. A year of garbage is one thing for the updates, but if this year, like, this is like one of the updates where it's like, it might seem a little over dramatic to say, but it's like the first update for this year is going to be like one of the most important updates, I feel, because it's going to kind of set the tone for what players will come to expect. And for a lot of people, if the update isn't satisfying enough, they're just going to move on. Oh, this biome's dead. There's an arrow one up there. What's fun after 45k? Nothing. I'm not having fun. No, I'm kidding. The only problem is, like, legit, all I can really do in this game at this point is just chase down, like, the last few things of mastery that I need. I thought I'd turn that mod off. Same with that mod. Guess I gotta just restart the game, but who cares? Like, I keep thinking about lately how it's like the amount of creative freedom that this game offers, or lack thereof. Like, I love the end game grind of like just fighting mobs and junk like that, but I really feel like they needed to do either something more with the Paragon levels or something more with our gear. Like, it's a fine line, because we can't get any stronger because we're already way too strong. But they need to add something so that it feels like we're progressing. You know what I mean? I mean, I say that, but it's like, I know that being at the end game in Trove is like, we're the small amount of players compared to most people that are still struggling. End game problems. Struggling with the star chart. What's the best way to get star echoes? They're time gated, so yup. Otherwise, it would be the 5-star dungeons and Sundered Uplands. That's pretty much all you can do for the astral echoes. They're not like, I shouldn't say they're time gated. Sorry, it's just that there's such a minuscule amount that you can get outside of like the, you know, the usual weekly from the tome, that it just kind of is almost moot. Like, I think you can grind like, I don't know. I think like when I was grinding like the 5-star Sundered Uplands dungeon, it was like, it was something ridiculous where it took like hours and you would only get like 100 or something. I don't remember exactly. I just remember the numbers being like really, really bad. And so after a while, like, I just completely stopped trying to grind the echoes and just relied on the tome. Like most players. Well, this biome's dead. Are you maxed star chart? Yep, pretty much. I have everything all maxed out with it. Yeah. I don't know if I have the most optimal one or whatever, but I just took the one with movement speed. And then the worst is the keys. That drained like, I think it took like 1 million of my qubits or something ridiculous. It was like actually something insane. Maybe it was like 800,000 qubits. I don't know. Those moments like that and the Cosmic Dragon felt like, dang, these devs really are out of ideas. Yeah, sure, I can show you the star chart. Get world ID. Just so I can come back here. I pulled a Primal Paragon wing set, but nobody wants to buy it on PS4. Good lord. Yeah, of course they don't, because it's gonna be so expensive. hang on to it. I would say there might be an influx of players coming back that are more interested when the new update hits, if it's hopefully something worthwhile. But it also might be that you're selling it overpriced. I don't know. There's my star chart. Very cool, you say. Movement speed. Light. 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 Whoa, a bunch of crit damage. Oh my god. Oh, more movement speed. Ooh, magic damage that I didn't need, so I could respec that, but I don't care. Oh, physical damage. There we go. I mean, the other thing too that's so annoying is I did have to build into every category of the star chart and then respec it just so that I could get the stupid allies and mounts and junk. I got videos that already go into all of that though. Go to world. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. 16 mil, is that the price for the wings on PlayStation? I have no idea what those wings price would be. Not on console anyway. On PC, I think people try to sell those wings for like probably over 100. Yeah, probably over market max price. I don't know anymore. Whoa. Oh, it's a chunk error. I was wondering like, wait, what? Yeah! The dungeon. Yeah, it's gonna, that's the thing. It's gonna take a while for those to sell, my dude. Those wings. Because they're extremely rare and you gotta find like, especially now this far into the life cycle, it's gonna be kind of tricky to try and find someone who has that much flux who actually wants to buy those wings. You know what I mean? Because you gotta consider that almost all of the mastery farmers probably already have their pair from like earlier. I don't know. Again, I would recommend just hang on to them. You know, they'll sell eventually. And there's still always the option that when a good update hits for Trove, it always has an influx of players come back. And that might be your best chance. Yeah, and like Swift said, like if you lower the value of it too much, then someone's just gonna try and buy it to flip it. But at the same time, you could just say, so what? At least you got to sell it. Like, I'm holding on to quite a few mounts and allies that I accidentally bought during an event. And I've been slowly and steadily able to sell them at a profit over months. I still have quite a few of them, but the thing is, I'm not even looking to sell it for a profit. I'm looking to just make my money back because I didn't mean to buy them. But now they've dipped down in price again, so it's like, oh, okay, I just gotta wait. Is that what I think it is? Hold on. Yeah, excuse me. Jub was wandering around. She didn't actually want in here. I think she just wanted a boost back onto the couch. By the way, how do you get the Echoes tome that you mentioned? It's been a while. Is it a cash shop pack? I could be wrong. Someone will correct me. Wait, what? Why are you saying you can't take it off the market? Yeah, okay, the Echo's Tome is a store pack. It is credits, arguably, so you can still get it free to play if credits are cheap enough right now. Oh, you can't take it off the market because you're away from console. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let me see. I'm curious. What are credits for us on PC? That's still quite expensive. They are steadily going up. I think because the new updates got everyone kind of hyped and getting ready. It's going to be a lot cheaper on console, like credit pouches, obviously. It's because our market is like super oversaturated with flux on PC. So everything's like 10 times more expensive. Because I think Gonda for you guys is like 10 mil or something. And it's like 25 mil on PC. Something ridiculous. Oh my god. I'm trying to write a note here really quick, but my stupid pen is running out of ink. I gotta get a new one. First world problems. Also, I didn't even realize that while we were gathering these plants, they're not all a 1-to-1 ratio. Like, I noticed some of them actually gave me like, yeah, like 3. One of them gave me like 10. Oganda is still 20 mil on PlayStation. Damn, okay. That's kind of surprising. I thought it was like 15, 16 mil. But I guess there's maybe less people pulling Troves of Wonder? I don't know. Who knows? Glad to help, Sheep. Thanks for the kind words. Yeah, let's see what Gonda is. I'm curious too, Mystery. Or Mystic. Yeah, 22 mil. Okay. It's always over 20 mil, that's for sure. I find it strange that the console price of Gonda is about the same value. That's a bit odd. Are people selling the Bounder, though? That's the real question. Nope. Of course not. Because if someone was, it would disappear immediately. The problem is, like, they keep adding all these items like the Volatile Bounder. It's like, oh, one of the best mounts in the game. How do you get it? RNG. You got to spend a crap ton of money on a box that does not equal out to the same amount that you would invest into it. Like, why sell that when you could just grab something else? So silly. You think we got enough positive karma for one of the items? I do. Is that awful? Just kind of boring. But in a way, it's weirdly meditative. Looks like someone else is going for it too, actually. Still have a dread mount in my chest and I want to sell it. Ah, yes. I think Dread's pretty valuable now, if I'm not mistaken, just because no one's farming it anymore, so it's rarer. But I could be wrong. I had someone suggest the other day where they were like, oh, you should go for the delve mounts that you're missing. And I was like, for a second I thought, maybe, but it was already such a struggle with Castle Catastra. I don't need, like, I don't know. I hate the delves. What can I say? Just no thank you. Man, you know what else I just remembered? Like, just random intrusive thought. Remember shoutaphones? Remember when the devs actually would, like, give out shoutaphones to content creators so that they could announce when they were streaming and stuff? Those were the days, man. The item's still in the game. The devs just don't give them to anybody. As far as I recall, somebody ruined it for everybody else. I remember there was one time, like, I think when I bought Dread, I wasted a shout-a-phone, like, just saying, thanks, bro, or something. And then all the purple name toxic people at the time got, like, really mad. Like, oh, he's abusing the shout-a-phone. And then the devs were like, yeah, we got enough complaints. You're not supposed to use it like that. And I was like, okay. I mean, I didn't see the fine print, but sure. I don't care. I mean, the devs use them all the time, but whatever. Well, they used to. I don't know if they play much anymore. But that was all back in the day. Like, I don't think any of those devs are still around. It just kind of sucks because it felt like, you know, they were really trying to push, like, having a community. Now the best we've got is just some tweets about like, oh, look at this crafting table. Okay. Why don't you tell me what it does before I get excited? Oh, hello, Melita and everybody else. Been watching for 7 years, first chance to catch a stream. Nice. Yeah, sorry I didn't say hello. Since Gonda technically costs the same, all platforms given... Yeah, that's right, Trove of Wonder prices. True. But Flux is a lot cheaper on... Like, its value on console is a lot less, you know? It's like, on PC we've got a lot more inflation. That's why it kind of surprised me about the price. But it's fine. Whatever. Also, God, no, I don't want C5. I want something more meaningful. Bro, it already costs too much to upgrade C4. I'm so uninterested if they just add C5. Like, if they add it in a more meaningful way, okay, cool. Like, if I can upgrade my C4 gear, sure. It would still be lame. Most of all, I just want a new class, dude. I want something to grind. The main thing too is I wouldn't even be able, like, that would be so like brain dead as far as like game development is concerned if they do end up adding C5, because all of us end gamers spent all of our crystalline cores on the Cosmic Dragon. So it wouldn't add up. Like, I'd get C5 gear and then I wouldn't be able to do anything with it just because, you know, because someone on the dev team is an idiot and made that dragon cost too much. Also, no waters. I will not. There you are. Cool. Yeah, you're my old Shadowhunter style. I get it. I'm kidding. Yours is slightly different. But I do miss having the Fey hood and everything. But anyways, we need something other than useless numbers going up with no purpose. That is a summary for video games as a whole, honestly speaking, my dude. I was actually having a discussion similar to that with a buddy of mine last night, where I was just saying, like, that's the biggest problem that happens with a lot of game design, is that it's stats that go up rather than something that affects gameplay. Like, even gems in Trove, like, gems feel good to have because, you know, seeing the PR numbers and all that stuff go up. But technically speaking, all it's doing is just adding invisible numbers to your character. I don't know. To me, like, I'd prefer it if, I don't know, it made my attacks glow or something like that when I got powerful enough, or just something. I don't know. Like, there's also a fine line, like, as far as talking about the hypothetical of gear having special, like, passive abilities. What I've seen a lot of games do, which very much frustrates me, Final Fantasy Rebirth does it, lots of other games do it nowadays as well, is it almost seems like RPGs are designed to be retrograde. So what I mean by that is you'll notice a lot of games where you start playing it early on and you're like, dang, dude, this feels slow as hell. My character's movements suck, or I'm getting caught on the terrain a lot, or I can only dodge once and then it's a really long cooldown. And then you find out that the game was designed around you being level 50, which has a bunch of passive buffs that you unlock that remove all of those restrictions. And then it's like, oh, so this is how the game was designed. And then in order to make it like, it's almost like pretending that there's character development, if you know what I mean, where they strip away like basic mechanics to act like it's progression. It's just a big pet peeve of mine. Like, I'd prefer it if your character feels like normal and this is how the game was designed, but then it goes big mode by surprising you with something new, where it's like, oh, I got a grappling hook or something. My point being is I was just thinking to myself, like, it'd be kind of neat if we had like maybe I could get like a rare ring drop that would be like, oh guys, I've got the crystal ring where when I roll it gives me a movement speed boost, you know, like instead of the Shadow Hunter just having that as a passive. Obviously I would still just rather have the Shadow Hunter have that as a passive, but I'm just saying, like, stuff like that would just be really neat for this game. But anyways, sorry, what are you guys saying? Not looking forward to C5 unless it works completely different. Yes. You think U12 would be fire? No, I do not. I think U12 would be fine, but personally speaking, I think it would be the laziest way of adding progression. I think if U12 added like new biomes or made most mobs elites or something, like, I feel like if they're gonna do anything with the end game, they need to either make it so that these are like extreme biomes, maybe all of them collaged into one, where they can spawn like every dungeon and it's just a mishmash of everything. Or, I don't know, just something different that makes it actually feel like it's something different instead of the same area with higher number values. That's kind of what I mean when I'm talking about like they inflated like pretend RPG progression. You think it's worth grinding for Gonda nowadays now that the bomber mount is in game? Bomber mount is definitely better, but good luck getting it. I'll just say that. Like, the bomber mount obviously requires a lot of effort just to go into Bomber Royale. It's really boring, I'll say that. So it makes it feel like it takes longer, but honestly, it's probably like more cost effective than having to grind optimally to get your flux up. You know what I mean? Yeah, Swift, sure. Throw me a DM saying I saw a dev on PS4 that had a PR sigil that wasn't 40 or 45k, could be 50k. That would be very lame. But I could see it happening. Like, we know 50k is coming. It's inevitability. Like, even Crystal 5 gear is coming. That's also something that they teased like years ago, accidentally. And I, you know, as much as I dog on it, it's like, I'd be okay with it, but if it's not presented in a more interesting way, I just feel like it's just such a tired format at this point to just be like, gear with a higher number, you know? But as far as I know, the 50k sigil was there for a while, wasn't it? Like in the game's code? Because I think that got leaked. Like a long time ago. Well, not leaked. I say leaked. I'm pretty sure people just data mined it out, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I think my DMs are just always open. It's just sometimes Discord doesn't notify me of things because it's stupid. Jedi Survivor is kind of like that. Yeah, that's actually the game that I had in the back of my mind, Mystery. Same wavelength. Jedi Survivor was a prime example where the game felt like it punished you for not being at a higher level. And then once you ended up like slowly getting all the different perks and all the different lightsabers and toys and stuff, then the game really started to open up. And it just made me think, damn, dude, I wish that the game just started like this and got better from here. Like, so one of my favorite studios, I'm not gonna go on too much of a tangent here, but one of my favorite studios is Night Dive Studios because they do fantastic remakes of like OG games. And they have the IP for the Jedi games, which they just released Jedi Dark Forces or something like that. I forget what it's called. Never played the original. Do not care about the remake. Please. Please, I want them to make Jedi Outcast and Jedi Academy. If you haven't played those games, they're basically just the better versions of Fallen Order and Survivor. They're so good. I actually have been having a super craving to play those games, but I'm holding off because there's something telling me that they're getting a remaster. I just got a gut feeling. Because those are some of my favorite games. And prime example is in those games, you have a lot of control over your character already, but then the further you get in the game, it just goes bonkers and gives you more. And it's just like, whoa, like, that's kind of what old games used to do. But I really like those games because the Jedi, like, lightsaber battles were actually, like, super freaking cool. Like, I still remember how difficult the end game was, just because enemies would basically one-shot you, whether they were using a blaster or lightsabers. Thanks for the boost, dum-dum. Yeah, I'll check the DM in a second. Also, hey, Miss Rhett. Get out of here. Okay, where the hell is Discord? Cool, thanks for no notifications, bro. I assume it's Jimmy. I gotta zoom in on that. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's definitely a newer one. Yeah, that's probably 50 KPR as you mentioned. Most likely. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that one. I know I saw like the wings ended up getting leaked, or I keep saying leaked, that's the wrong term, but yeah, that's definitely a new PR sigil, and it looks pretty, like, immaculate, so I think it's pretty safe to say, like, we know that, I mean, we don't know, but it's a pretty well-educated guess that the new update is going to be something related to gear, and more than likely, like, we know 50 KPR is coming at one point. That might not even be related to the March update though, Swift. Like, that's the thing. When it comes to Trove updates, dude, there's so many things that they have just backlogged, sitting and waiting. Again, I hope we get something more than just a higher number, because 50 KPR, oh, that would kind of suck, honestly. Like, the main issue isn't, like, 50 KPR is cool and all, it's a nice well-rounded number, but the problem is that we don't have anything that challenges us at the moment. And there's something to be said with video games and difficulty. You know, it's a very fine line between, like, a genuine challenge and something that is just, oh, I need higher numbers. You know, it's the difference in difficulty between a game like Diablo versus Elden Ring. Elden Ring, I would argue, is a lot more difficult because there's a lot more things that the player has to juggle, you know, rather than a game like Diablo where, or even Last Epoch, I keep making jokes with my buddies where it's like, you pretty much one-shot everything in that game until an enemy shows up that one-shots you. And that's pretty much the entirety of the difficulty of that game. And then it's usually like, oh, do I have a resistances, or, you know, is it a televised attack that I could dodge? No, usually it just kills you for no reason. But the thing is, you know, more to the point, I don't really know what they could do to add challenge to Trove. Because we don't have enough, like, as much as I love and would never bash on like the control that we have over our character in this online MMO, the fact that we have verticality, the fact that we have like all these crazy like third person shooter gameplay stuff, like it's still one of my favorite things about Trove is I cannot believe the gameplay is this fast paced and frantic for an MMO game. Like, it deserves credit. But unfortunately, despite that, there's not really that much they can add to the challenge of like enemies and stuff, other than stuff that we've already talked about. Like, I think Borderlands damage would fit so well in Trove, where we would have different elements. So like acidic shreds armor, fire shreds health, electric shreds like shields, like energy shields. And then if they added all of those values to some stronger enemies in the game, then it would really push players to not only fight in a group, but more importantly, I think it would be cool to always have the option of flying solo. Because as much as this is an MMO, unfortunately, so much of the game is not really designed around being in a group. Like Shadow Towers were and Delves were. Well, Delves still are, I guess. But there's not really anything that kind of bottlenecks players into those areas as well as the Shadow Towers used to. Or should I say, as well as this area does. Because the old Shadow Towers, you know, and just throw them at Club World and forget about it. Good luck getting anybody else to come with you. I mean, it would still happen, but... But that's just something off the top of my head. Like, I'm not necessarily saying like, oh, if Trove doesn't add this, that would be stupid. I'm just like, I'm curious and excited for the new update for Trove, but I'm cautiously optimistic because we've had a whole year of being burned. And there's a lot of signs that imply it's just gonna be more power. Like, as much as I really like the Trove skill tree, at the end of the day, it's still pretty lackluster and not really much of a skill tree. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't really offer much in terms of build variety. Like, Trove is basically just damage. That's it. Damage and speed. And then sometimes you sacrifice speed for more damage. Like, there's no reason for tanks. Because you can't survive anything. At the end game, everything just one-shots you. None of the abilities synergize enough to allow tanks, and then furthermore, there's just no reason to have tanks because Trove's gameplay is so simple that it's a matter of, okay, well, do you want to outlast your opponent or do you want to kill them faster than they kill you? And in most cases, the latter is more important. Except for in Delves, in which case survivability go burr, because then, you know, you can use Draco, Tomb Raiser, whatever, and even so, they still have damage. But the survivability, they're basically invincible. And it's like, I don't know if that's like intentional mechanics. It's just because of like how the classes are designed and how the game is designed with how limiting it is. But the interesting idea that I have is in regards to if enemies had 3 different types of health bars, you know, acid, electric, fire, whatever. Why couldn't that also be applied to players? So that you could be fighting like a specific mob that maybe has shield shred. Or maybe you could even have like a weird hybrid build where you focus on shield recharging at the cost of sacrificing a lot of your HP, you know? Obviously, this is stuff that's like ingrained in other games like Diablo or even Last Epoch. But I just think that there's a lot of mechanics that they could very easily add to Trove. Well, not easily. They could add those mechanics to Trove without having to be completely 100% original, and it would be right at home. You know, it's like I've talked about many, many times on stream, so I won't bore you with mentioning it too much, but a battle pass. Put battle passes in Trove, bro. Like, That would be such a good way of them monetizing costumes and stuff. All the stuff that they keep adding into new store packs, screw that. Throw it in a battle pass. Then at least we feel like we're constantly grinding something, and the seasonal content would keep people interested because then XP would matter. Make it so that it's not just limited to dailies, or maybe it is, whatever. I mean, dailies keeps player retention, I get it. But I would be perfectly fine with buying a battle pass like every month for Trove, even if it just gave like some cosmetics that were like, oh, these are okay, these kind of suck. And then they could add the option of, you know, make it so that I guess they would have to just follow Fortnite and make it like time gated as all hell, where you could either wait until the last day and then grind out all of the quests, or you could try your best to grind it all as quickly as possible. And then it would just be like, oh, well, I can only do so many daily and weekly quests. And then have the option of people buying levels, because people do it. The main problem, the main issue that I could see with them adding a battle pass to Trove is not that it would be super duper smooth. The main issue is I think that the devs would make the same age-old mistake that they continue to make with this game. It would be overpriced. They'd be like, oh yeah, it's $30 for the battle pass or something, instead of like a reasonable 20. And then to max out the battle pass, it would be like $100. And it's like, bro, don't charge premium prices when you are not Fortnite, okay? I know this is all hypothetical, so it's, but still, I could just totally see it. It's the same as the mana boxes. In my opinion, that is the most like ambiguous rip-off content they've ever added into the game. Like, I cannot believe how bad the real money value is of the latest loot boxes in this game. Like, it's atrocious. You guys didn't already see my video, you know, that was the last big unboxing video I did. And essentially, you can spend $100 for something that is the equivalent of like 2 or 3 hours free to play. Like, bro, I ain't getting $50 an hour. Like, you know? But, I mean, or they could even go big mode and just make a battle pass that's like $10. Knowing that having the player retention is more important than charging premium prices. Maybe, you know, copy Fortnite. Make it so that you get a few credit pouches out of it, right? That already gives people incentive. And then make it so that you can buy the either you can buy the levels in the battle pass with credits, or and then maybe the pass itself is only for real money, or make it so that you can buy it with credits, because at the end of the day, they would still just generate more income. Even if there would be a lot of people like hopping on and grinding Flux so that they could grind credit pouches and then they could buy the battle pass. Technically, you could get it all completely for free. Okay, whatever. But the whole thing that bigger companies understand is all you got to do is get their foot in the door. And the longer that a person plays a video game, the more likely they are to spend money. But anyways, it's all just hypotheticals, and it's not like I understand big business or anything. It's just I know what works based on a lot of games that I've played. And I just know that there's so many things that Trove could do to improve their monetary value, which of course is their top primary thing that they want to do. And then if the game was more successful, then Game Ago might actually see more reason to invest money into it and get a bigger dev team and whatever else, you know. At the end of the day, I still say, like, I want Trove to be more successful. Like, even all my complaints about like this, that, and the other thing, it all comes out of a place of love, because this is still my favorite video game, dude. Like, statistically, this is my favorite game. There is no other game that I've played as long as I've played Trove. Maybe GTA 5. But that was long before YouTube. Oh god, I can't wait for GTA 6. Sorry to sidetrack. Yeah, misread. Sorry, what? Oh, that's true. Yeah, they added that life steal into the skill tree, which makes tanks redundant now. Yep. I forgot to mention that. Also, I do that with the Fortnite Battle Pass. I didn't touch it all season and got to get to completing quests soon. Yeah, I hopped on Fortnite for like a good couple hours when the Shredder event showed up. And then I got my Battle Pass, like, I think up to like 140 or something so that I could get all of the credits. And then I stopped. I don't think I got that Battle Pass for free because, unfortunately, I had to spend the credits on Shredder. He was just so good. Like, it's rare to have a character that just, like, works with Fortnite. Most of the time, it's really cringy when you get, like, Indiana Jones. It's like, Harrison Ford is in Fortnite. Let him do the default dance. But that Shredder is, like, actually just badass, dude. If they had a battle pass, it would definitely be tied to the delves. Ew, yes. See, that's the problem, is a lot of the, you know, a lot of this stuff would probably end up showing up, and exactly, like, it would just be like, oh, ew. It's kind of like, I hate to say it, okay? Everyone hates the taxes update. I hate it too, but I'm still sitting here going, that's a pretty smart system. That clearly required a lot of effort to calculate and work out. It's too bad that they spent so much effort on something nobody wanted. But that's kind of the biggest problem with a lot of things with Trove, right? Is there's these things that are really cool in practice, but then their implementation is trash. I mean, especially the taxes, just because it's like too little too late. Like, what? Why are you adding this? It's not gonna affect anybody. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, misread. Something that you could do. I forgot. Thanks for reminding me, Bobby. One thing that I was doing for a lot of my Fortnite levels is if you just leave your character AFK in the Lego Fortnite, you can get like 5 levels a day just by sitting there. It's like maybe 2 or 3 hours of just standing around, and then it gives you like creative Lego XP or whatever. So that's all I was doing. Just leaving my PlayStation on in the background while I did stuff on my PC. How many hours are you at for Trove? I don't know, like 4,000 or 5,000 or something. Probably more than that because the stats tracking has not been completely accurate over the years. Also, hey, E6. Could be something like one mechanic in Path of Exile where you could be different types of delves with unique quests in each of them, and then you complete the quest and it gives you points towards the battle pass. That would be fine. I still hate the delves and think they need overhauled, just in terms of their visual design. But yeah, that'd be kind of neat. The thing, right? Like, it's always, it's cool to like theorize all this stuff, but then it's just weird how it just falls on deaf ears. It's kind of like, so there's a game that more recently, you guys might not remember this, but there was a game that I covered on the channel called Zenith a long time ago. It basically was a VR MMO. It played like Breath of the Wild. It was really, really cool and a really ambitious title. But it being VR meant, obviously, that it wasn't as approachable. But that game actually just recently went free to play. And now it has super negative reviews. And everybody hates it because it's one of those games that this is relevant to Trove because I could see Trove going this way. It's one of those games where players want to spend money on the game to support it, but the devs refused to add any of the things that players actually wanted to spend money on. And with Zenith, they kept complaining that they were in the negative, right? And so that's why they wanted to swap it to being free to play, because it's like, oh, we can't finance this anymore. And it's like, Okay, like you literally have the fan base backing you up. You just won't add anything that they want. And unfortunately, now the game is basically dead in the water because they disabled like the online aspect of the game is no longer in development, and now it's focusing on some new free to play garbage that nobody asked for, and then they're wondering why no one's playing it. And that's kind of the big thing that I'm not going to say Trove is that extreme, but I could just easily see that happening with this game, which is unfortunate, where after a while, they're just going to be like, yeah, the game's not profitable enough, so we're shutting servers down. And it's like, well, who the hell do we blame? You know? Because I'm not against spending money, bro. Like, I just need to have something that actually feels worthwhile. Like, them adding new loot boxes that give you garbage items at like currencies that are more expensive than like credit pouch conversion is just like, why would I spend money on this? Again, I think that the cash shot boxes, or just boxes in Trove in general, need to have a fragment system where you know, like a pity system, like in Genshin. So it's like you get enough fragments or fates or whatever that you can eventually just end up grabbing the item that you want. Because with the way that RNG works in Trove, like you could literally spend like thousands of dollars, hypothetically, before you would get the volatile bounder. Because there's no guarantee that you're going to end up getting that as a drop out of the bomber boxes, you know? And that's one of the big reasons why people just don't spend money on a lot of the loot boxes and junk like that in Trove. Because people can very easily just see, like, this is not worth my time. This is not worth like investing in. It's always better to just go for the sure thing. You know, it's the same as Gonda. It's like, I still to this day, like people, oh, I bought a bunch of Trove of Wonders, I didn't get Gonda. And it's like, yeah, like the average player doesn't get Gonda before like the actual market value of the mount. Some people get it right away, and I mean, good for them. They're really lucky. It's, you know, it's RNG, but the average player, like I always tell them, bro, just buy it outright. It's going to be cheaper. But, you know, now we're getting into all sorts of weird territories that has nothing to do with anything. As much as I care for Fortnite, they listen and do things right. Wait, what? I think maybe you were trying to say as much as you don't like Fortnite. In which case, I didn't like Fortnite either. And then they added Zero Build. It's so good. If I get some more time, I want to start playing it again. But the new season looks like it might be kind of crappy. We'll see though. But anyways, I don't want I don't want to hijack it talking about Fortnite. I wonder how the bots would scam the battle pass. I could see that. That's actually true. But at the same time, and also, hey Ray, hey anybody else who's joining in and I didn't say hello to. You think this game will ever have cross save? No, I don't think so. Cross save isn't like some quick, easy fix like a lot of people think. It's something that, unless the game was designed for it from the ground up, it's extremely difficult and very, very expensive to implement. And I just don't see it happening with Trove. I think the closest we would ever get is maybe they would bring the Xbox servers over, but I don't think that cross save would work at this time, because in order to do that, like it would basically have to have two different infrastructures communicating with one another, you know, because we've got the worlds in console and then the worlds on PC and club worlds overlapping. Like there would just be too many problems. And then at the end of the day, would it end up helping the game? I don't know. I don't know if it would. I mean, crossplay is always nice, for sure, but I don't know if it would be worth the effort for them to implement. Also, hey Winston, on if you're still here on Twitch, sorry I didn't say hello, saying, is Trove worth playing again? Depends when you quit. And it also depends what you want out of it. Like, I'm not here to necessarily sell people on playing this game by any means. I can only speak for myself and just say the parts of it that I still enjoy and why I still play it. And that's it. You know, if people want to move on, that's fine. If people don't like the game, okay, don't play it. Like, who cares? But I mean, that's just video games in general. Point is, you're supposed to enjoy life, dude. And video games are just a form of entertainment, not something you're supposed to get sweaty over, despite the fact that some games are designed for it. Warhaven. No, E6 saying, I would say that sounds like Warhaven, but that game died because it was so niche. No, it didn't die because it was so niche. It died because Nexon are stupid. Warhaven, I was just talking about this with my buddies. Warhaven would have killed if it went the Fortnite route, where it was funny over competitive. You know, maybe even more Team Fortress, where it's more joking, right? But the problem with Warhaven and why that game died so quickly was because it was trying to capture a competitive market for a game that just wasn't quite good enough to be competitive. Like, I played Warhaven and I had fun with it at first, but as I played further and further and started realizing the higher you made your account level, you would get these different passive perks that literally gave you buffs over other players, where it was like you do more damage when you're in the air or kill players instantly if you have this trigger. As soon as I saw that, I was like, I'm uninstalling. Because then you knew they were going to monetize it. And sure enough, they did. And it died. Like, it's kind of surprising because Nexon is usually pretty good with their pay to win. Well, all Nexon games are pay to win. But what I mean is they usually manage to make them like approachable. But I guess that's just because most of them are PvE focused. And as soon as it goes to PvP, it's like, no. Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys saw, Vindictus is getting a sequel. I'm actually really pumped for that. Basically, it was an old Nexon game with super action combat. Now the Vindictus sequel apparently was super inspired by Elden Ring. They want that Souls-like money, and so we will get a free-to-play, pay-to-win, Souls-like MMO. I'm sold. You know me, bro. Like, I'll take an hour Souls-like, dude. I'm not going to spend any money on the damn game, but just because I know it's going to probably be short-lived, but my Shadow Hunter doesn't register 50% of the time. Cross-save, Lamau. Ah, yes, it would make it way worse. Shadow Hunter is better than it used to be as far as the hit detection. It was way worse back in the day. Unless you're talking about when you're in a club world, in which case that's a whole different beast. Also, what misread? Oh, you used to grind the Lego Fortnite for your battle pass until your Switch screen died. Oh, rip. Don't worry, they're gonna put out the new Nintendo console this year, right? Right? Because Nintendo wants money, right? JK, they're probably not going to put one out because they don't want my money. Hey, where is... The new Vindictus isn't going to be an MMO from what I read. It's going to have multiplayer, though. Well, yeah, I mean, the first Vindictus technically wasn't an MMO either. Like, it's just instances of, like, 3 or 4 players. But the towns had, like, hundreds of players. So I'm assuming that's what they're going to do with Vindictus as well. It's still, you know, it's still technically an MMO. I mean... Hell, Ark and by association, Pal World is advertised as an MMO. So if they can do it, but yeah, I think on like the 13th or something, they're gonna have like a open beta test or alpha test for Vindictus. Blah, blah, blah. But it's going to be like single player only this time or something. I don't know. If you know, if I can cover it, sure, I'll play it. Or at least try it out. I'm fine with more games, even though this year already looks pretty dang solid. You know, I still got Last Epoch, still got to finish Final Fantasy Rebirth. Later this month, you know, we've got Dogma 2, Rise of the Ronin. And then in April, we've got, what's the game called? It's like Nobody Saves the Wicked or something. It's like one of the worst video game titles ever, but looks dope to me. Because it's basically top-down Souls-like game with multiplayer. Heck yeah. Use the gardening ally so you don't have to press E all the time. Oh my god. Oh, I knew there was something I could use to optimize this. Oh my dear lord, I forgot all about him. The lizard, right? Where is he? Oh my god. Thumbzilla. I feel so stupid. Yeah, somebody let me know about that like day one of the update and I completely forgot. Okay, he's inconsistent and doesn't do it. I gotta stand over by it like an idiot, or do I gotta walk over it? Either way, thanks, creep. Oh, I do just gotta walk over it. Oh my god. That still kind of is not like great. Not like it's not like it's that much better, but yeah, thanks. I completely forgot, dude. Because now I can't like just jet off in the other direction as quickly. I gotta be a little bit more methodical with it, but I mean, it's fine. Less button presses, the better. Blah. Why are you farming positive karma? Because I'm missing, like, there's a bunch of things that I can craft now, like mounts and allies and junk. It's just for mastery. I got nothing else to do. So it's like, alright, whatever. May as well. You have fun on Trove anymore? Yes, otherwise I would not be playing this. You want to know what game I don't have fun on anymore? Genshin Impact. That's why I haven't played it in like a year. Or Warframe, or Destiny 2, or whatever. Like, that's the thing, is I'm not like... What is going on up there? Why are there so many people? What the heck? There's a party happening. What is this? What's happening here? They're all knights. Are these bots? I think it's a bots. Yeah, it's a group of bots because they're all warping in on each other. I've never seen this. They're all wearing the same style. They're all, oh my god. Kiss You 3, Home Man Like You, Mr. Right PPP, Adventure King. And then they all die and then they all join in on the host. They're, oh, it's ore farming. I wonder if there's like one main character or it's just a script where they just kind of go randomly and leave it in the background. That's funny. Damn, dude. Well, I'm gonna clip that. I've never seen that. That's like so strange. There, yeah, okay, that's what I figured. Like there's one primary character in there and then all the bots are around them. Because then they go to the ore and then all the bots end up just teleporting in on them. Yeah, okay. That's funny. If you interrupt them, one of them will reveal themselves. Yeah. I mean, see, the thing is, Trove devs kind of mentioned once before, like a long time ago, where they're not against you having alt accounts, but it's up to a certain limited amount. That was clearly over that amount. That's funny though. I've never seen that before. Like, I guess because the worlds are so big. Like, oh look, there's more bots up here. I'm in a bot world. Are they doing the same thing? Yeah, they're all warping in on that one player. I'd say why do they do it, but they make a lot of money out of this. I don't know why. I don't know what scumbag. Like, imagine being so cheap that you end up using like the bot sites to buy flux and stuff. And then complain that, oh, I don't like these updates. Get out of here, scum. I could just join them and gather the resources off of them. The funny thing is that even really like... Is that even really optimal? Because there was way more than 8 of them. Very strange. Yeah, here we see wild Trove bots gathering in their natural habitat. Oh my god, alright. I'm losing my mind over that. I'm clipping that. I'm gonna make a YouTube short out of that. That looked so trippy. It was so weird. I quit Genshin 3 years ago when I was level 50. Yes, I agree. I'd say I would still recommend play Genshin up to AR like 35 to 40 and then quit, because from that point the game gets boring. Okay, let's see. What are you drinking? Poison. Ugh. Okay, how long did that take on average? Let's say, let's just say, just for nice and even, like how much karma did I have? I think I only started at 100. I hope I didn't start over that, because that would mean that we get 1,000 positive karma per hour roughly. But I might have actually been I might have been over that. I might have been at 400, in which case that's like maybe 700 or 800 an hour, which is quite disgusting considering 5,000. Like, do the devs even... I was gonna say, do the devs even test this? No, they don't. Let's just say... Let's just, you know, give it the benefit of the doubt and say it's 1,000 an hour. So 5 hours, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe about 10 hours of just gathering plants to get all of these. And even then, that's being generous. Not to mention all the negative karma and stuff. Like, oh god, it's just so... I'm just seeing how long it's gonna take to get all of these. I don't know if I care. Maybe I'll try and get like just this one. Just because I think I saw one player use it once before, but... Yeah, you can't buy trophies on the player market though, right? You gotta like trade them with players, I think, Brooklyn. In which case, I'm not gonna do that. Takes too long. Also, yeah, Trove. PTS is just to say, hi, we're adding this into the game. Deal with it or quit. No. Oh, you can buy trophies on the market? Really? But it wasn't, I don't think it was cost effective though, right? Like which trophies would you buy? Where is it? I guess it would be the fire ones, right? The draconic, because they're the highest conversion. Oh, but I need to know the trophy name itself. Oh, ew. Okay. This is a prop item. Like, what? Why is someone selling this? That's so stupid. Okay. You ever eat on stream like pizza or something? Sometimes, yeah. I don't like purposefully eat like doing the mukbang thing, if that's what you're asking, because that's kind of creepy and weird. It's a culture difference. I do really like PewDiePie's video on it. I still remember it when he made the video years ago. Because he shows like what mukbangs is originally and how like it's basically like a comfort thing for which country is it? Like Koreans, I think. I don't know, something about it, like it's just calm and soothing to them. To me, I think it's disgusting. And then he shows what it is, gives the history of it, and then he talks about like, and then the Americans came to it, and it's just like people eating like whole cakes and stuff. I don't know. I just thought that the punchline was really funny. Oh god, YouTube is a cesspool, and I'm part of the problem. Okay. I guess there's the geode mob trophies. I don't know. I'm not. What's like the any of you guys have experience with buying the trophies so that you can get the positive karma out of them? In which case, which trophy, like what's the name of the trophy so I can search it on the market and try to calculate this? I don't think it would be worthwhile just because I would rather put the grind time in than to just waste all my flux on it, because it's probably going to be quite expensive overall, but I would like to calculate it if somebody knows what the name of one of the trophies is. Oh yeah, ignore my flux. I bought credit pouches when they were on sale. I stocked up on them because that was when Trine Worlds was going bankrupt, so they had a whole bunch of sales. And then I sold them, I think it was like the Shadowhunter update or something, and I still just have my flux from there because credit pouches were going for like 10 mil each. Like, it was ridiculous. I'm guessing nobody knows the trophy, huh? Oh, Kev. Okay, buy the trophy cases, not the trophies. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Is that just what they're called? Trophy case? Yeah, okay. 3K each. Yikes. There's not as many of them as you would think. There's an events trophy case? That's kind of weird. See, like, even to do something like this, like 69 trophies. Okay, funny, haha. But 5.3K each. That's like, there's a reason I still have this much flux, because I'm not buying anything. How much flux did it end up taking for you to get some of those things, Kev? And did you, are you talking about the positive karma that you needed to max out the mystic arts, or martial arts, sorry? Or are you talking about like all of the mounts and stuff? Because that's what I'm interested in, is the amount of positive karma I would need out of for all of these. But I don't know what the average positive karma you get out of the negative trophies is, if that makes sense. Let me see, actually. Draconic, nice. Get out of here, you're poop. I'll just get rid of a bunch of these, except for the Mana Beast. That's quite rare. And, oh, another Mana Beast. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. 2 only. See, and then the thing is, I don't know how often you end up actually getting the items that give you the positive karma, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that that was a lot of trophies right there, but still, it was, you know, it was like 5 or 10 or something like that. And we didn't get a singular item out of it, so it's like, there was an ally in the Curiosity Merchant that increases the amount of weapon styles you get. Right! I completely forgot about that, Kev. Yeah, I didn't get it when it was there, and now I unfortunately would have to wait like months to get it. Damn. That's true. Well, now I'm kicking myself for that. Because I didn't have credits at the time. Like, I didn't want to buy credits if I didn't have to, and so I avoided getting it. But yeah, shoot. Because who knows when this idiot's gonna sell it again. Crap. Okay. Yeah, so there's no point in me doing this. It's just not cost effective enough. Also, I like how this whole time I still somehow didn't get my daily. Let's get that done, and then we'll call it. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Is it just me, or are there new buildings in the hub? No, it's just because the season rolled over in Trove. Dang, dude. Yeah, no, I know exactly which bird ally you mean. That sucks. I don't use the bird allies. I convert positive karma into negative karma. Yeah, the problem is the positive karma, though, because the negative karma, I can get that fine. I've got, like, thousands of trophies that I could just dismantle if I needed to. Hey, Christopher, any news on the Forge? Nah, nothing. The last video I did was the last update that we got in relation to that, and then I checked test server still not online or anything. There is a possibility that the test server will come online later this week. Sometimes that happens, but who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. It is a March update though, so it's just a matter of time. Also, good lord, why does my definitive boss radar mod keep turning off when I go to the test server? Like, I hate it. It's so annoying. Not pointing to bosses anymore. And yet I still see the damage, like, X. Oh no, that's from the DPS mod. Okay. Yes, Mystery, I did get the 100 karma weekly. I already got that at the beginning of the stream, actually. Wait, are these even a boss? Where's the boss? Oh. And yes, I did get all the mounts. Oh, okay, Kev. Yeah, I'll have to get that stupid bird when he comes back. Damn it. That sucks. How long did it take you to get the Cosmic Dragon? Oh, I could get it, like, right away. The problem was that I already had all of the items. But technically speaking, that dragon is ridiculous. Like, I think it takes, like, 5,000 5-star dungeons or something stupid. Like, it's actually trash. It almost feels like the number... I'm not doing this dungeon. It almost feels like the number was based off of what old 5-star dungeons used to do, because you know how there's a timer for 5-star dungeons? Well, once upon a time, when it was on the test server, the timer actually mattered, because if you completed the dungeon quick enough, you would get more crystalline cores. Huh. Almost like it was rewarding the player. And then for some reason they scrapped that and kept the timer. I don't know why, but whatever. Also, GG Whereas on grinding out more Monster Hunter. Did you stop last epoch already? Or you just got preoccupied with Monster Hunter? I haven't stopped last epoch. It's just that I kind of put it on hold while I beat Final Fantasy. Which I hope I can beat today. But as far as I've heard, the last chapter takes a long time to beat. I know most people watching all the Trove stuff don't really care about that game, but I've been enjoying it. I do have the review already ready to go, though. I'm just kind of waiting until I beat it to see if my opinion changes on some things or not. If you switch from EU to NA servers, do your qubits and credits stay the same on PC, just like console? Yeah. Well, you're also probably on Xbox then, because the qubits and credits and stuff like that actually don't carry over for PlayStation, because PlayStation itself switches regions. It's like sometimes you can actually get a Japanese account on PlayStation in order to play Japanese games that aren't out yet. Like, I think Blue Protocol had that with like their beta or something. But you risk getting banned. Timer's useless. I'm pretty sure you get a box even if the timer runs out. Yeah, so basically the way that they do it now is you get like your daily gold box, and then once you get that, then you can only get your daily silver box, and then it's just bronze all the way. And then yeah, the timer doesn't matter for the bronze. It's annoying. It really is. Most of all, just because, again, it's like, what a waste of time feature. Like, see? 5-star silver, 5-star gold, oh my god. And that's it. Wait, what about the powerful Avis, Kev? Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's what that one was called. But the problem is that it's not selling at the Curio Merchant right now. Starting to grind for the Cosmic Dragon now. The only problem is I'm waiting for the Diamond Dragon Egg. I mean, the problem is that you're... the Diamond Dragon Egg isn't the problem. It's the other resources. Trove devs have this weird idea that if something takes a long time to get into the game, it means that it should cost like a ridiculous amount. And it's like, okay. But yeah, I'll have to wait for the Avis. That means I'm probably not gonna invest. Like, I can still wander around and gather the plants. That's fine. But I mean, if I'm being perfectly honest, I would rather just grind dungeons. It's funner. Do I need to grind dungeons for anything? No. But it's funner. And what did I say earlier? It's a video game. It's meant to be fun first. Which, my god, this world is laggy. The heck? How long is the Curio Merchant's rotations? I think it's a couple weeks. I could be mistaken. But the problem is, well, he's selling like multiple items now, but he is already repeating himself. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't even know why they added him to the game. Like, he's so lackluster and stupid. I think it's just them trying to double dip with, stuff that would normally be in like one Trove pack now suddenly is split apart over time in the Curio Merchant shop and for twice the value. Which is why I don't buy half of that stuff unless it's something that's cool or gives like a lot of mastery. My inventory's full. Oh no. I don't care. I don't need that crap. Will you ever show us your setup? Yeah, I got a video that already shows my setup. I could do an update, but honestly, not much has changed. C5 is gonna be so annoying to grind cores. Yes, that's exactly what I was saying earlier, Brooklyn, where I was saying like, I hope that they don't end up adding C5 because it would be just like the devs to miscalculate the amount of crystal cores that we already just spent on the Cosmic Dragon to then add gear that would also cost thousands of crystalline core, and it's just like, okay. Stupid. I meant maybe you bought the Aegis ally for qubits back in the day rather than credits. No. For sure it was not qubits, because I buy all of the qubit allies. And then it's not that, again, it's not that I didn't want to buy him per se. It's just that I didn't have the credits at the time and I didn't want to spend like real money to get credits. Because, Trove's conversion rate, it hits me so hard, dude. Like, there's obviously the issue with being Canadian, but there's also just the issue with Trove's, like, conversion rate of, like, actual real-life currency is god-awful. Like if I buy one of the $100 packs for Trove, I remember back in the day it was like maybe 120, 130. It's like 145 for me now. Like it's actually insane. So I avoid spending money on Trove when I can. And especially that's like just when it's credits rather than just buying credit pouches. At least credit pouches I could sell them or whatever, you know. But I unboxed 3 empowered stellars with good abilities. Feels amazing after weeks of radiant trash. Ah, yes. Yeah, those boxes are actually really bad. Like, I don't unbox my empowered gems very often, but when I do, I'm just like, oh my god, dude, like the rates are terrible. They should, like, they add like the fragments, and it's like, okay, that's cool. You can use the fragment thing. Where is the fragment thing? That was in that table. Isn't it in here? Yeah, this one. There it is, sorry. And it's like, oh, okay, so you can get a guaranteed stellar, but it should really, like, I'm all for a fragmentation system, but it should be fragments that go towards crafting the gem element and type I want. Or better yet, make it so that the gem sparks can be used to craft, get this, stellar or crystal gems. Not just upgrading them. Because empowered gems are still like, we take it for granted, but they're extremely time gated. Like, it's actually terrible. They should remove 2-star empowereds at this point. I think they... Wasn't there a time when they didn't have them? Or maybe it was just that, like, stellar gems were always like... Yeah, I don't remember. But yes, just remove it. Anyways, that's going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still going to stream some more stuff tonight, so you can come out to that if you want, but it is going to be during the Goblin hours, because I do want to hopefully push through and beat stupid Final Fantasy Rebirth, and then once that game is finally done, I can go back to playing Last Epoch on top of Trove. And again, fingers crossed this week we get something related to the test server with Trove, but we'll see. Otherwise, we've been streaming for over an hour and a half, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.